Namaskar, this is Nirja, and you are listening to Travel World Online. News highlights of the day. No Indian village features in 2022 UN list of best tourism villages, says Parliamentary panel. First charter flight from Russia heralds start of tourism season. Nepal's tourism industry bounces back, receives nearly 7 lakh tourists in past 9 months. Nagaland tourism organises capacity building in Meluri. Madhya Pradesh Tourism Board showcased diverse tourism offerings at IATO Convention. IndiGo commences operations between Delhi-Itanagar. The 2022 list of the United Nations World Tourism Organization featuring 32 best tourism villages from 22 countries does not contain a single village from India, even as several countries have 2 villages in the list. As per an INS report, expressing concern over the fact, a high-level parliamentary panel has sought to know the number of Indian villages which were nominated for the selection by the United Nations World Tourism Organization, IndiGo, in its best tourism villages list and the impact of such selection on village tourism. A report titled Development of Niche Tourism, including spiritual tourism, theme-based tourist circuits and potential tourist spots by the Rajya Sabha Standing Committee on Transport, Tourism and Culture, which was presented during the recently concluded special session of Parliament, noted that Konoma in Nagaland has been selected for the upgrade program which would enable the village to receive the necessary support from the IndiGo to improve its conditions to meet the selection criteria. The committee further sought to know the efforts being taken for development of Konoma after its inclusion in the upgrade list of the IndiGo. It further observed that in a predominantly agrarian and rural economy like India, rural tourism has immense potential for boosting employment and incomes of villagers, while offering opportunities to the city dwellers to take a break from the hectic pace of urban life and to experience nature and local cultures at a much slower pace. India is home to a diverse range of unique villages, each with its own cultural, architectural, and historical significance. Unique villages such as Mattur in Karnataka, where all the residents speak only Sanskrit, and many others, offer a glimpse into India's rich traditions and culture, it said. However, the panel noted that the rural tourism website does not provide details as to how to travel to the unique villages, no details regarding rural homestays. Even the Konoma village page does not provide any useful details for the tourists, it observed. The committee thus recommended that the Tourism Ministry should ensure that the rural tourism website has all details of rural homestays, travel connectivity, and tourist spots in respect of every village featured for the convenience of the tourists. The committee, while appreciating the Best Village competition initiated by the Tourism Ministry, expressed dismay that in the last 1 year, only one model rural cluster has been identified, without any action being taken on the ground. It noted that the villages to be covered in the Vibrant Villages program are located in far-flung areas and close to borders, often in difficult terrains. Therefore, it suggested that as Uttarakhand has a number of border villages with rich traditions and local culture, the Tourism Ministry can make concerted efforts to develop the model rural cluster in Uttarakhand within a target. Heralding the commencement of tourism season in Goa, the first charter flight landed at Dabolim Airport at 5:30 a.m. on Sunday. Aeroflot Su-236 arrived from Moscow with 240 passengers. As per a news articles published in Herald Goa, Concorde Exotic Voyages, IPVT Ltd, which brought the charter flight, arranged for translators to help the travelers and besides having representatives to aid those in need, also arranged for coaches to transport the guests to the different places they were booked to live at. Concorde Vice President Sheikh Ismail said the arrival of the charter flight has filled tourism stakeholders with enthusiasm and added that the tourists were living in different places in North as well as South Goa. Pointing out that Concorde has over 40 years experience of handling tourists all over India, Ismail said that they have been handling all the Russians coming to Goa. Our rich experience is responsible for us succeeding in getting tourists from Russia to Goa despite the ongoing war in which Russia is involved, he said. Disclosing that his company is aligned with Biblioglobus, the biggest tourism players in Russia, Sheikh said they would be bringing around 1,000 international tourists every week through 6 to 8 charters. He also disclosed that from November his company will bring tourists from Kazakhstan and later from Uzbekistan to Goa, thus indicating that the tourist season is set to see a boom this year. He said he spent over 10 days in Russia to make sure that Goa was included in the limited destinations that country had this year in view of the ongoing war. 4. Nagaland Tourism organises capacity building in Meluri. The Department of Tourism, in collaboration with Nagaland Tourism Association (NTA), organised capacity building and training program at Pochari Hovo Conference Hall, Meluri on 2nd October. This program coincided with Yemshe Mini Hornbill Festival, the premier festival of Pochari Nagas. As per a story published in the Morung Express, this initiative, focused on bolstering the tourism sector, was attended by 36 participants from villages across Meluri sub-division of Fake district. In keynote address, S. Peter Trakha, Assistant Director and Senior Tourist Officer of Fake and Kifire, emphasized the immense potential of Nagaland's tourism industry. Pochari Hovo President Jonpa Jari underlined the importance of community engagement in tourism development. Kejropo Piru, President, Nagaland Association of Tour Operators, NATO, talked on tourism potentials in Nagaland. He talked on rich tapestry of Nagaland's tourist attractions, unlocking new perspectives on promoting the region's unique offerings, particularly the subdivision of Meluri. Vaishao Kezo, General Secretary NTA, provided comprehensive insights into the art of tour guiding, stressing the role of knowledgeable guides in enhancing the tourist experience. Veluso Tetsio, General Secretary of NATO, shed light on the burgeoning trend of homestays, which not only enrich tourists' experiences but also benefit local communities. Kejropo Piru delivered the closing remarks and thanked all the participants. This program exemplifies the commitment of the Department of Tourism and its partners to foster sustainable tourism practices in Nagaland, Piru said, adding that by equipping local tourism professionals with the skills and knowledge needed to provide exceptional experiences, this initiative not only boosts tourism but also strengthens the community's engagement in this vibrant industry, he added. The NTA aims to reach out to the far-flung areas for such more programs, at the same time anticipates the tourism department to effectively facilitate the stakeholders and the communities to make Nagaland a preferred tourism destination. Earlier, Vimeto Vakha, President NTA, chaired the program while Siketho Nyusu, Associate Pastor BCMT, invoked God's blessing. Nepal received around 7 lakh tourists in the first 9 months of 2023 as the Himalayan nation gradually recovers from the onslaught of the coronavirus pandemic, according to official data. As per a PTI report, the data released by the Nepal Tourism Board, NTB, said a total of 692,372 tourists entered the country by air from January to September this year. We have achieved 98% recovery in tourist arrival in September this year, said Mani Lama, Director of Nepal Tourism Board. The government has set a target of bringing in 1 million foreign tourists in 2023. In September alone, 91,012 tourists visited Nepal, of which 28,694 tourists came from India, 8,174 from China, 7,364 from America, and 3,716 tourists came from Bangladesh. Meanwhile, 3,685 tourists came from Australia, 3,640 from the United Kingdom, 3,011 from Sri Lanka, 2,852 from Germany, 2018 from South Korea and 10734 from Israel visited the Himalayan nation in September. Last year, only 58,314 tourists visited during the same period. Nepal received 92,604 foreign tourists by air in September 2019, the highest number of tourists before the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic had badly hit Nepal's tourism with just 584 arrivals registered in September 2020. The number gradually increased in the following years. Nepal received 9,907 tourists in September 2021 and the number increased to 58,314 in September 2022, according to NTB. Tourism is one of the mainstays of the Nepalese economy. It is also a significant source of foreign exchange and revenue. The tourism industry contributed about 6.7% to Nepal's GDP. Possessing 8 of the 10 world's highest mountains, including Mount Everest, Nepal is a hotspot destination for mountaineers, rock climbers, and people seeking adventures. The Hindu, Buddhist, and other cultural heritage sites of Nepal, and around the year fair weather are also strong attractions. The Department of Tourism, in collaboration with Nagaland Tourism Association, NTA, organized capacity building and training program at Pochari Hovo Conference Hall, Meluri on 2nd October. This program coincided with Yemshe Mini Hornbill Festival, the premier festival of Pochari Nagas. As per a story published in the Morung Express, this initiative, focused on bolstering the tourism sector, was attended by 36 participants from villages across Meluri sub-division of Fake district. In keynote address, S. Peter Trakha, Assistant Director and Senior Tourist Officer of Fake and Kifire, emphasized the immense potential of Nagaland's tourism industry. Pochari Hovo President Jonpa Jari underlined the importance of community engagement in tourism development. Kejropo Piru, President, Nagaland Association of Tour Operators, NATO, talked on tourism potentials in Nagaland. He talked on rich tapestry of Nagaland's tourist attractions, unlocking new perspectives on promoting the region's unique offerings, particularly the subdivision of Meluri. Vaishao Kezo, General Secretary NTA, provided comprehensive insights into the art of tour guiding, stressing the role of knowledgeable guides in enhancing the tourist experience. Veluso Tetsio, General Secretary of NATO, shed light on the burgeoning trend of homestays, which not only enrich tourists' experiences but also benefit local communities. Kejropo Piru delivered the closing remarks and thanked all the participants. This program exemplifies the commitment of the Department of Tourism and its partners to foster sustainable tourism practices in Nagaland, Piru said, adding that by equipping local tourism professionals with the skills and knowledge needed to provide exceptional experiences. This initiative not only boosts tourism but also strengthens the community's engagement in this vibrant industry, he added. The NTA aims to reach out to the far-flung areas for such more programs, at the same time anticipates the tourism department to effectively facilitate the stakeholders and the communities to make Nagaland a preferred tourism destination. Earlier, Vimeto Vakha, President NTA, chaired the program while Siketho Nyusu, Associate Pastor BCMT, invoked God's blessing. Madhya Pradesh Tourism Board exhibited its rich and diverse tourism offerings at the prestigious Indian Association of Travel Operators (IATO) Convention 2023, which took place at Hotel Taj in Aurangabad, Maharashtra from 29 September to 1 October. The annual convention serves as an excellent platform to showcase Madhya Pradesh's unique tourist attractions to key stakeholders in the Indian travel and tourism industry. Madhya Pradesh Tourism Board's participation IATO Convention 2023 was marked by a captivating PowerPoint presentation that highlighted the state's extraordinary destinations, cultural heritage, and unparalleled natural beauty. The presentation aimed to capture the imagination of travel and tourism professionals from India and around the world, enticing them to explore the heart of incredible India, Madhya Pradesh. The presentation delved into the state's rich cultural heritage, showcasing its vibrant festivals, art forms, and traditional crafts. Madhya Pradesh, often referred to as the Tiger State of India, boasts an abundance of wildlife sanctuaries and national parks like the Kanha Tiger Reserve, Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve, Panna Tiger Reserve, Pench Tiger Reserve, Sanjay Dubri Tiger Reserve, and Satpura Tiger Reserve. The presentation showcased the state's commitment to wildlife conservation and sustainable tourism. Madhya Pradesh is home to some of India's most iconic historical monuments and 7 UNESCO sites: the Khajuraho Group of Monuments, Sanchi Stupa, Bhimbetka as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The presentation offered a glimpse into the state's rich historical tapestry. The state's adventure and wellness offerings were highlighted, including thrilling activities like trekking, water sports, and yoga retreats in serene settings, and major annual festivals like Jal Mahotsav, Gandhi Sagar Floating Festival, and Mandu Festival. The visitors can also participate in the adventure and recreational activities at the upcoming Chanderi Festival in the Ashoknagar district. Madhya Pradesh's delectable cuisine was also featured during the presentation, showcasing its diverse culinary traditions and mouth-watering dishes. The Madhya Pradesh Tourism Board's participation in IATO Convention 2023 was met with an enthusiastic response from travel and inbound tourism stakeholders, including tour operators, travel agencies, tourism departments of other Indian states, and potential tourists. Attendees expressed their interest in exploring the state's unique and uncharted destinations. Principal Secretary Tourism and Culture Department and Managing Director, MP Tourism Board Mr. Shor Shekhar Shukla, IAS, expressed his excitement about the event, saying, MP is home to a varied range of tourism products like culture, heritage, pilgrimage, wildlife, adventure, and annual festivals, and is amongst the top 10 states in terms of foreign tourists' arrival. The relationship between MP Tourism and IATO has been instrumental to bring foreign tourists to MP, and with this convention we are looking for another opportunity to inform and educate others about the eclectic offerings of our state. Madhya Pradesh Tourism Board is committed to further promoting the state as a premier travel destination, offering an unforgettable mix of culture, heritage, wildlife, and adventure. IndiGo has commenced exclusive direct flights between Delhi and Itanagar, effective 2 October 2023. IndiGo now connects Itanagar with 3 metropolitan hubs, including Mumbai, Kolkata, and now Delhi. This new direct connection marks a significant milestone in IndiGo's efforts to catalyze substantial growth in the region. It not only fosters travel and tourism but also boosts trade, leading to overall economic development. IndiGo's extensive network, with the maximum domestic and international connections from Delhi, ensures that this direct link will open further opportunities for travelers, enhancing convenience by providing a wide range of flight options. Vinay Malhotra, Head of Global Sales, IndiGo said, "Building on our commitment to strategically enhance connectivity to the Northeast, we are pleased to commence direct flights between Delhi and Itanagar. This strategic addition not only offers passengers expanded travel options but also opens up exciting opportunities for those looking to explore the enchanting landscapes of Arunachal Pradesh. Passengers from the region can now have added convenience and save time by traveling directly to Delhi, which serves as a gateway to our extensive domestic and international network." IndiGo remains committed to delivering affordable, on-time, and hassle-free travel experiences across the 6E network, reinforcing our dedication towards enhancing connectivity across India. In recent years, IndiGo has made concerted efforts to enhance accessibility in the Northeast India region, successfully connecting with 7 out of the 8 states in this diverse landscape. On 28 November 2022, IndiGo marked a significant milestone by launching operations at Doni Polo Airport in Itanagar, Arunachal Pradesh. This strategic move introduced inaugural flights that connected Itanagar to prominent cities like Mumbai and Kolkata. With the introduction of this new Delhi-Itanagar flight, previously less accessible destinations like Tawang are poised to experience a surge in tourist arrivals via scheduled commercial flights, contributing to the economic growth of the city and the state. That's all in Bulletin. For the latest updates, keep listening to Travel World Online Radio with you always. Kabhi bhi, kahi bhi.